Now, listening to the opening lines of the Song of Solomon. Oh, give me the kisses of your mouth, for your love is more delightful than wine. Your ointments yield a sweet fragrance. Your name is like finest oil. Therefore do maidens love you, plural. Draw me after you, let us run. The king has brought me to his chamber. Let us delight and rejoice in your love, savoring it more than wine, the new wine. They love you. I am dark, but comely, O daughters of Jerusalem, right? Like the tents of Kedar, like the pavilions of Solomon. Don't stare at me because I am swarthy, because the sun has gazed upon me. Now, in the King James it says she is black, right? Not dark. My mother's son quarreled with me. They made me guard the vineyard. My own vineyard I did not guard. Tell me, you whom I love so well, where do you pasture your sheep? Where do you rest them at noon? Let me not be as one who strays beside the flocks of your fellows. If you do not know, O fairest of women, go follow the tracks of the sheep. That sounds like a woman talking to her boyfriend or her husband, right? Describing herself to you, too. And graze your kids, goats, in other words, right? By the tents of the shepherd. I have likened you, my darling, to a mare in Pharaoh's chariots. Right? Your cheeks are comely, your plaited wreaths, your neck with strings of jewels. We will add wealth of gold, or wreaths of gold, right? I'm not sure what that means, right? To your spangles of silver, while the king was on the couch. I'm not sure if that's nard, gave forth its fragrance, right? Okay, it's some kind of perfume, right? You know. My beloved to me is a bag of myrrh, lodged between my breath. There you go. There you go. Right? Now, Motorbike time. Motorbike time. My beloved is me, to me, is a sprain of henna. Some kind of spice blooms, right? Or flower. From the vineyard of Engedi. You are fair, my darling. You are fair with your dove-like eyes when doves cry. I know. Right. And you, my beloved, are handsome. Beautiful. Indeed. Our couch is in a bower. Cedars are the beams of our house. Cypress the rafters or roof. Right. Now, that's a love song. That's a love song, baby. That's a lady. Lady. Hey, lady. I know. Trying to speak to her husband / boyfriend, right, who is Solomon, right. Now, this is the word for breast, but it's also spelled differently here. It's spelled Shaday. The word Shaddai. Right. It's just double D's. Right? Not a single D. Or a C or a B or an A. If you know what I mean. And if you're a man or a woman, you should know what I mean. And you have a wife, right? Yourselves, right? Well, it's a double D, right? Well, it's a single D, right? Or is there even a single D, right? There's a C and a B and an A, right? But it's all a woman. That's all a woman. No matter the cut size, right? She's always a woman to me. Right. That's what I mean too. That's what I mean too. Throw in a little rock and roll for you. But you never read the Bible as it was written to someone else. To that person it was written to. And you're playing dumb. Like, you don't know what it means. I do know what it means. I don't know what it's saying. Sure you don't. You're playing dumb. You're playing dumb. You're either too smart for your britches and won't tell nobody. Anyway. Or too dumb to pretend you even can understand it. You're being both. I know. Too smart for your britches and too dumb to tell the truth, right? And that's the problem. That's the problem. I know. Now, my job as one of the two witnesses is to try to introduce you to the truth with levity, joking around. Because, see, I'm just a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Take my loving on the run. Anyway. Right. Now, again, let's read it, though. From the Septuagant and see how it reads there. Right. Now, of course, we're not going to do that with the whole book. Right. Right. That's a bit much. Now, this is more in the style of, again, the King James Version, right? Though, again, right, we're doing a comparison, right, to how it reads, right? The Song of Solomon, which in Solomon's, okay, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. Same thing, right? For thy breasts, right? Well, it did that off the top, right? Are better than wine. I know. But see, here it's my story, right? Like Luke uses, right? And John adds an S, and an S to it, right? In Revelations. Right. So again, this is how John spells the word. This is how it is in the Septuagint, right? And it's associated with the breast of a woman. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And the smells of thine ointment is better than all spices. Thy name is ointment poured forth. Therefore do the young maidens love thee. They have drawn thee. We will run after thee, for the smell of thine ointments. The king has brought me into his closet. Is that what they mean? They say in or out the closet? Right? I don't know. The king has brought me into the closet. Let us rejoice and be glad in thee. We will love thy breast more. Mm-hmm. So another word for breast is used. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. And this time, it again is spelled different. Masto US even. So, right. Now, the word John uses and the word used here are combination of these two words, ain't it? Right. Exactly. And this isn't talking about the chest of a man, but of a woman. Or a hermaphrodite, even. Right. It's not talking about a transgender person or a he with breasts that cannot give milk, right? I know. Or, again, I hate to bring this up, but a woman with breast cancer either, right? Mm-hmm. Though she sometimes has to have a mastectomy and have her breasts restored through surgery, right? There's no shame. I don't say this to shame you, but to help you deal with it and repent. It's not a sin to be a woman. Though some would make you think that. It's not a sin to be a man. Though Satan would make you think that. And make you evil like him, and he's a man too, but is also both, right? See, he's the deceiver, right, of the brethren, of the scientists, of the religious, and, like I said, right, tricks us all into believing the wrong thing. Thy breast more than wine, righteousness loves thee. I am black but beautiful, ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look upon me, because I am dark, because the sun has looked unfavorably upon me. My mother's sons strove with me. They made me keeper in the vineyard. I have not kept my own vineyard. Tell me, thou which my soul loves, where thou tendest thy flock, where thou causeth them to rest at noon, lest I become as one that is veiled by the flock of thy companions. If thou know not thyself, thou fair one among women, go thou forth by the footsteps of the flocks, and feed thy kids, or goats, by the way, by the shepherd's tents. I have likened thee, my companion, to my horses in the chariots of Pharaoh. How are thy cheeks beautiful as those of a dove? Thy neck as chains. We will make thee figures of gold with studs of silver. So long as the king was at table, my spikenard gave forth its smell. My kinsman is to me a bundle of myrrh. He shall lie between my breasts. There's breast again, right? My kinsman is to me a cluster of camphor in the vineyard, right? Of Engadid. Behold, thou art fair, my companion. Behold, thou art fair. Thine eyes are doves. Behold, thou art fair, my kinsman. Yea, beautiful, overshadowing our bed. The beams of our houses are cedars, and our ceilings are of cypress. And then chapter 2 begins. Let's see. We have another breath. Let's look for it. Think I found it. Now this one here too is spelled differently. But it's Mastun, right? Right. But do you see why John would change it? And again, right? Sorry. Mastun, right? Mastun there, right? So the Septuagint adds a few breaths as well. The original Hebrew does not, right? But they're writing it to the Greeks, I guess. I don't know. And they spell it 3 different ways. Though, again, in the Hebrew, Shadim, right, which is used by Moses in Genesis, right, 49, Exodus. Let's see what we got. Okay. Now, here Jacob is blessing and cursing his own children, right? Reuben went into his handmaid, right? Levi and Simeon killed Shechem, and he disowned them a little bit. He called them lawless. Judah, though, I know. He is the king of beasts, who dare rouse him. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, so that tribute shall come to him, or Shiloh, right? Or again, she la come no. That's another appetite for the Mashiach, as well. And you notice it ends in the feminine plural, in the feminine word, right? Singular, right? Mm-hmm. 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 Now, then shall be a serpent by the road, a viper by the paths that bites the horse's heels. Wow, wow. So that his rider is thrown backwards. Wow. Mm. I wait for your deliverance, Yahuwah. Mm. Mm. He compares Naphtali to a hind, right? Mm-hmm. 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 So Shaddai is mentioned, and then Shadim, right? Do you see those two words? I know. Do you see they are rooted in one another? You know? And you're lying about it. You're sealing it. You're too dumb for it. And you're letting men and women be done by you. For it. Okay. Okay.